Right, welcome back. So I decided to do a little bit of investigating on my own and try to find a little more information about the car. It's probably for the best. I've discovered nothing except for these rubber boots that I I am aware that those would have been so very nice to have had earlier going into the toxic caves and would have prevented all of the damage happening from the goo. I do know that that is what I needed the entire time. Unfortunately, this is the first time that I managed to pick any up, so I guess we're just going to be really banking on the hope that they become useful and necessary again. And I get the feeling they will be for some reason. So since then, I've investigated some of the other buildings that I didn't check out, like this warehouse down here and this gun store, labeled guns anyways, and I'm not turning up any clues at all about this highwayman. And I don't quite remember who said it. I feel like it was him, but let's chat with a couple of people, see if we can get anything. Rat tastes better than most people think. I interpreted that as like, rat tastes better than most people. Nothing, nothing. Nice to see you too. They can tell I am from Arroyo. What about you guys? You got any? Nothing. Um. Hmm. Yeah, these are all rusted up hunks of just scrap metal and junk. So, I don't know what to do with that, but I would really like to have it. That's such a bummer. I will keep it in my mind, I guess. You would think there would be someone right close by. Hmm. He is still just really hamming it up hard. Okie dokie then. Let's try going to the den. I do remember seeing a Brotherhood of Steel person there anyway. I would like to... That's right. Figure out some more about what they're doing here, see if they have anything that they might be willing to... oh, God. See if maybe somehow they'll part with some piece of technology that would be helpful for me. Reading is not actually that far away from the den. That could be worth investigating as well. That might become my next adventure. Right, so the Brotherhood is on the other side of town. There's Laura and the friendly gangsters still hanging on to that job. Good to see. Very nice. And they were down here. Past all the junkies. Hello, Jack. I'm Joshua. What can I do for you? How do you know my name? Your recent activities have drawn attention to you. People talk and people listen, and word gets around. You need to remember that you are only one small fish in an ocean of sharks, Jack. What do you mean by that? Let's just say that you're the new kid on the block and you don't know what's going on in the neighborhood. There's a lot more going on than your simple quest. I'm listening. I've said enough for now. I think you should get about your business. I need to ask you some questions. You're allowed one question. What will it be? I know where Vic is. Do you know where I can find a Guk or Vault 13? Do you know where I can find Vault 13? I've heard plenty of tales about Vault 13, and none of them speak of its whereabouts. Good luck, Jack. Thanks, mysterious man. Am I allowed in? That is a private office. Alright. Understood. Got a genuine mummy over there. Right. Anyone worth chatting with out here? You take my shit? No. Nope. Not looking to take anything. Hi, mister. My name's Bobby, and I live here with my dad. I see. Well, are you here because my dad owes you money? I don't know if he's here or not, but if I knew where he was, I'd tell you. And maybe you beat him up so bad he would never come home again. Sounds like you're not too fond of your dad. What's going on? 'Cause my dad's not very nice. He leaves me home alone all the time, and when he is home, he's always drunk. Or he says he's flying on jet, which is a lie, because I never see him fly anywhere. Sometimes he brings a girlfriend home. He got lots of girlfriends, and he makes me go outside for a while, even if it's in the middle of the night and it's cold or raining. Oh, and sometimes he tells me to take things from people in secret. He says it's a game and that he gives it back later, but I don't believe him. But if I don't do it, then he gets real mad and his eyes get all scary looking and he hurts me. See? God, that is terrible. His eyes light up. You aren't like the others that come through here. I like you. He sighs heavily. I wish my dad was more like you. Sometimes I think about running away. Some of my friends don't have homes, and they say it's not so bad. As long as they bring Mr. Flick enough things, they get to eat once a day. But Mr. Flick doesn't sound very nice either. Actually, he sounds a lot like my dad. There's gotta be something that can be done about this. Can you think of any adults in town that'd be willing to look after you? Or any of these homeless kids? Bobby shrugs. Maybe my mom? I don't mean my mom. My mom's dead, but there's a lady that people call Mom. I don't know why. Maybe because she's really nice? She's got a diner on the other side of town. He points to the northeast. My homeless friends go there and she sneaks them free food. I wish Dad would take me there, because she knows how to make rat taste really yummy. I am feeling a bit hungry. Perhaps I'll go pay Mom a visit. You take care of yourself, Bobby. Is this motherfucker here? Ah, it's 11 o'clock. You know where your kids are? What? It's 11 already? Actually, no, it isn't. I just wanted to say that. Seriously, do you know where your children are? I have children? Oh, yeah, I do. He, or is it she? It should be around here somewhere. You're such a drunk. Good thing I'm working on a way to get your child out of here. He ignores what you just said. Yeah, that's great. Let me get back to this drink. Alright, so, first order of business. Yo, Flick. What the hell do you do here? I'm a fucking provider. What do you think? I'm a good Samaritan guy. You're a good Samaritan? What? I provide for them little paisanos. Paisanos. You provide little pianos? Paisano. You know, the kids. My kids. Your kids? Yeah, well, they work for me. They bring me things. Little things, you know. No. They bring me stuff that they find. Little things. Stuff no one ain't using no more. In return, I takes care of them. Sounds like a nice arrangement. I get by okay. Let me ask you something else then. How do you think you would look with a bullet in the side of your head? I'm thinking quite lovely indeed. That was a little less inspiring than I hoped for. Is he just punching me? Or does he actually have a knife or something? I don't think anyone really seems to care that I am now executing Flick. The rest of them are probably happy with it too. This lady here didn't even bat an eye. Oh my god. You can't get all of this stuff? Take it all. Everything. Oh my god. I should have killed him so long ago. Wow. I didn't expect to get... Wow. Alright. Nice. Huh. Being that this is the most powerful handgun in the world and can blow your head clean off, you gotta ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Or do you, punk? So I wonder if it's any better. 10 to 16 uses 44 as the range. 12 to 18 with a range of 15. So it is definitely a more up close and personal, but it does a couple extra points of damage. I think that's worth it to me. And now we have a few extra things for sale. Like, I don't think I'm really gonna need this 10mm either. I can probably sell that off. This was worth a ridiculous amount too, if I'm remembering that all correctly. But at the same time, I don't know if anyone has the cash. I feel like in some ways it probably would have been best to keep Flick alive to continue being able to trade with him for some pretty nice things. But at the same time, at the same time, I can't. Jack would not. There's no way Jack would let people like this continue to be. And he would definitely want to help Bobby. What did you want to talk to Mom about? You're not my mom. I noticed there seems to be a lot of orphans around town. It's a shame, isn't it? Those poor children living on the streets like that, a lot of them steal to get by. From outsiders, mostly. So if you catch one trying to relieve you of something, please take pity on them. I'm not saying it's right, but it's a harsh world we live in. And we all do what we have to in order to make it through the day. There's gotta be something we can do about this. From what I hear, you seem to be the only person around that actually gives a damn about these kids. Why, of course I do. Children are our future. They don't have to grow up to be jetheads, thugs, and whores like most of their deadbeat parents. Why, with an education and some love and care, these kids could grow into the kind of decent folk that we so desperately need in this world. I've tried establishing an orphanage for them, but sadly that didn't pan out. Well, maybe it's time to give it another try. I'm not gonna be in town for too much longer, but I'll do what I can to help while I'm here. Yes, perhaps you could help. You see, I procured a large building over on the southwest side that, with a little work, would make an excellent orphanage. But a bunch of lowlifes are squatting there and refuse to leave unless I pay an absurd fee. Even if I had the money, I wouldn't give it to them bullies. They just use it to further poison themselves. I'd go to the authorities, but unfortunately, there's no such thing in the den. Perhaps you'd have better luck at convincing them to leave. I got a decent speech. I could, possibly, just chat it out with them. I'm sure I could get them out of there. One way or another. One way or another. If they won't listen to reason, I'll put a few bullets in them. Sulik will smash them up, Cassidy will absolutely riddle them with buckshot, and Vic will probably shoot me in the back of the head again. We'll get them out of there, though. I'll let you know once they're gone, and we will set up that orphanage for these poor little kids that are living their worst life, for sure. Let's see... What's this all about? Who are you? Hello there, young feller. What can old Smitty do you for? I was just wondering what you do here. Well, mostly I just keep watch over all this old junk. Only got one thing worth doodly squat. And what's that? Why, it's none other than this Chrysalis Motors Highwayman. They used to say that nothing can stop a highwayman. They sure built 'em tough, I'll say that for 'em. Wow, does it run? Evan and Rand, do you think I'd still be in this shithole of a town? Yeah? Well, you're probably right. I got kind of settled in here. I gotcha. I wouldn't mind selling the car, though, if someone brought me the battery. No, strike that. I guess I'd need a fuel cell controller. Yeah, if I had one of them, I'd sell the car for $2,000. Even install the controller so it'd run right. That sounds mighty interesting. I'll have to come back if I ever find a fuel cell controller. Let me ask you about something else. Is this a fuel cell controller? Here, let Smitty take a look at it. Here you go. Yeah, that looks like a fuel cell regulator. If I had a car that ran, it'd sure improve the mileage on it. Huh? Well, you see, I've got this car. A Chrysalis Motors Highwayman. She's a beaut, too. They used to say nothing can stop a highwayman. Built tough, that's what they were. Yeah, so what's that got to do with me? Well, a lot and not much at the same time. What I'm saying is that having a regulator is nice, but you need a fuel cell controller. Why? Because if you had a controller and $2,000, I could fix this here Chrysalis Motors Highwayman that I got here, and you could drive around in style. Really? Where can I find a fuel cell controller? That's a silly question. Don't you think if I knew that, then I'd be driving around in the nice car? Wow, I'll have to look around for one of those. Be a good idea. If you find one, just come on back here with it. Oh, and don't forget the $2,000 neither. Sounds like a plan, Smitty. Let me ask you about something else. You got some cash? I got a lot of stuff. I have so much stuff. You have so little stuff. You got 2 Molotov cocktails? That's slightly concerning. Alright, let's not enrage Smitty. Well, alright, thanks Smitty. I'll see you later when I find a fuel cell regulator. No. Yeah. When I find another part, when I figure out where to get what you need. So this is the one that works for sales, so the other one was nice parts. Okay, so maybe I gotta find a couple more of these hanging around somewhere in the world and strip out and try to find the fuel cell regulator. Maybe I'll just have to start checking like every car I see and then hope that one of them turns out to be what I want. Alright, what's in here? I don't think I ever checked any of this stuff. We got nothing. We have a book. A diary. Okay, let's take it. It appears to be a diary which belonged to a young girl. The writing on the inside cover says property of Anna. Most of the pages are either torn or faded, but one is still readable. Day 271. Today, my mother gave me a gold locket. It is the most beautiful thing I have ever owned. I will never part with it. You see Cat's Paw magazine. Does that mean one of these kids has a shovel? Apparently, there is some utility to digging. I didn't know that was a thing. So one of these kids has got a gold locket. And I'm assuming that's a little hint that you could steal from one of these kids to get it. I don't think that is the right choice, though. You squatting here too? Nope. What do you want? I want you and your friends out of the building. It's come to my attention that Mom intends to turn this place into an orphanage to get all the homeless children off the streets, and she can't do that with you guys squatting here. He snickers uneasily and glances at his fellow squatters for support. Well, Mom knows the deal. We're not going anywhere until she coughs up the money. So unless you brought us 1,000,000 coins, fuck off. Yeah. Look, Mom doesn't have that kind of money, and even if she did, she'd never pay you, so just forget about it. Why not show some decency and go squat someplace else? Those homeless kids need this place a hell of a lot more than you do. Who are you to say who deserves what? We like it here. You can't make us leave. No, look, you got 2 choices. You can either walk out of here on your own 2 feet, or I can remove you by dragging you out 1 corpse at a time. He exchanges a look with his fellow squatters and looks back at you and shakes his head. You can't intimidate us. No one's kicking us out of here. We'll fight you for our turf. Well, time to clean this place up then, I guess. You want to roll that way? I suppose. We can blast. One for the wall. One for you. Squatter was hit in the chest for 20 hit points of damage, and now flees for his life with a knife. I'll blast the other one. Oh my goodness. Blew the torso apart. Knocked the air out in the most literal fashion I have ever seen. For 72 big points of damage. Reload the revolver up real quick and then be like a Michael Myers movie and just slowly walk him down. I think there is a back entrance that he could try to get out of. Unfortunately, there is no escape from death. I think most of these people are too fucked up to actually... Oh, okay. He's too fucked up to actually run. The rest of them seem to be doing okay. Alright, we'll go with that one. 68% chance, 64% chance. Pop, pop. Looking pretty good. I don't know if Sulik can actually step in here. We'll step forward a little bit. 65. Put another bullet in him and then into her. Whipped it. Oh well. I think part of it's because they're like on the edge of my range. Let's see if I have a better percentage with this then. Yes. Significantly. Oh, I don't want to do a targeted shot though, just a normal pew pew pow pow. One in him. 84, 78, 95. Alright, fair enough. Well, this ain't worth it. Yeah. It's almost like you guys should have just listened to reason. Been decent people that let the kids have an orphanage. Was it worth dying for? Absolute morons. Greedy. So let's step up to here, get a little bit closer, and then we'll take another pot shot at Knife Guy. And that squatter's dead. That one's fleeing. But there is no escape. You guys gonna like shoot this one, or you not concerned about him? He is trying to run. And caught him. I think that's all of the squatters. Reload. Put the revolver out, reload that up as well. And can't imagine, yeah, alcohol and a crowbar. This guy's probably got something similar. Nothing. Unsurprising. Alright, well, let's clean the place out, I guess. Yeah, I just don't get the feeling that they did have anything worth the damn. They're just a bunch of squatters. That was a Nuka-Cola. Meat jerky. Nuka-Cola. That's booze. Some Jet. Beer. Well, we had some actual drugs. They had such a small amount of cash. They were willing to die for that. Honestly, I don't feel like anyone made the right decision here. They would have been so much better off not to just give it up. Be decent people. Let the kids have an orphanage. Well, I guess it is a dog-eat-dog world. It is a harsh land. Everyone is left to make their own choices to survive the best we can. And quite often, there are no good or right choices, just the ones we make. Well, Mom, I'm done making my choice. Good news. The building's all yours. I ran into a little snag, but those squatters won't be bothering you ever again. Oh, that's great news. Thank you so much. I just hope no one was hurt in the process. I'll get in touch with some friends, and we'll get started right away. If you're still in town a few days from now, you should stop by. Hopefully we'll have things up and running by then. Oh, I'm so excited. Thanks again. Here, this meal's on me. Thanks, Mom. See you around. Yeah. Thank God no one had to get hurt for that, right? Thank God they were sensible, smart people. Oh, unfortunately. I wonder how that's going to pan out. Are they going to get upset about the corpses they have to clean up before they can get the kids in? Are the kids going to come in and see all the corpses and become even more emotionally scarred than they were? Who knows? I guess we'll find out the next time we come back to the den and get absolutely reamed out for being an atrocious human being. But the kids have an orphanage. Mom didn't have to spend 1,000,000 caps. We got 500 experience points. I think that's a pretty good day all around. And on that note, we shall call this day here. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much for joining me. Bye.